Hi, and welcome to Power Jam. I'm Snowfight.
I'm Preacher for the second week in a row.
Yes, he hasn't ended up in hospital.
Yeah, alright, I'm feeling good. Today we're going to change things up a bit. Normally at the end of the show, we give you what games are going to be on this week. But it's such a big week, we're going to jump straight into it because you're going to have to choose between one or the other. You got to drive a long way. At the end of today's game, which is the show, end of the full game, by the time that ends, the doors are opening on two fantastic doubleheaders.
Yes.
So we're going to jump straight into telling you what's on this week.
And we've done the Google Maps. You can't drive from one to the other.
You can.
Not easily.
But not easily, and it's not worth it. Pick one, watch two kick-ass games, that's what you want. Alright, first one up, Geelong Roller Derby League's Dawn of the Derby. This is the Western Regional Championship Game 3.
Yes.
Well,
round
Game
3.
5 and 6, round 3.
Yes, round 3.
Which we're just loving. Like I said, we were so upset we couldn't get to the round 2, but I was in hospital. Not now. So we're going to be down there filming two kick-ass games. Got the Psychotics versus Dragon City Derby Dolls, and Atom Bombs versus
the Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack, yes, Ballarat. And now this is to set up who will be playing for first and second, and then who will be playing for third and fourth at Puck Handlers in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I think it's only about 3 weeks, something like that. It's pretty quick for the grand final, so that'll be really cool.
Be exciting.
Yep. So that's where we're going to film, and then bring it to you on Fans of Derby Presents. So that'll be kick-ass. Mm-hmm. Like I said, doors open at 4 o'clock, game starts at 5. So you've got time, especially if you're in Geelong, hang around, watch the full game, then go down. If you're in Melbourne, probably jump in the car now, head down and watch 2 full games. That's the way it goes. The next game on today is
the Rosebud Rebels.
This is awesome. So, Rosebud Rebels versus East Vic. It's called The Silence of the Slams. Awesome names, guys. Now, next week, again, another big weekend of Derby. In Victoria, you've got the VRDL Queen Bees versus the West Coast Evils from Perth Roller Derby League. Now, this is the East versus West match. That's going to be at Puck Handlers. But next week is our first trip interstate.
Yes.
Where are we going?
We're going to Tassie.
For the Van Diemen Rollers versus South Sea Roller Derby game.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to be a big game for Van Diemen Rollers. South Sea's excited as hell to go. We're excited as hell to go. Alrighty. I think that's about it for now.
Yeah.
Let's head into the show. Ooh, sexy little sting there. Did you like that?
Very flashy.
Very flashy. All right.
Now, if you hadn't guessed, there is more RDX news.
Who'd have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk it?
Indeed. All the way till, I think, RDX, there'll be RDX news.
Yes.
Yes. What do we got this week?
Well, we had a statement released last
Friday, actually, yeah.
Just after we'd finished filming.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a pity. But, oh well, we can talk about it this week. And it seems not many people are talking about it. It only just kind of got released, Wednesday by RDX themselves, so it's been a bit quiet, really.
It has. I've seen a few little things on social medias.
Yeah, okay, yeah. For those who don't know what the news is, RDX have announced the names of the 50... Now, I'll say 53.
Yes.
But it's been re-released as 52, so it would sound like someone's already dropped out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. In the original release, 53 skaters from around Australia who will be doing a 2-day camp. Now, I believe it's in Sydney. In Sydney, on the 20th and 21st, I think. 19th and 20th, I think, of November. So just before
the first
Sydney Arena Spectacular.
Yep.
So they're going to have these 53/2 skaters practice, basically. A whole bunch of scrimmages, training. They've got the captains of the two teams, Gotham Girls and LA Derby Dolls. Yep. They're going to be training them and assessing them.
And looking for specific things that will suit their teams, their existing teams.
Yes.
Because there's only going to be, is it 2 skaters?
2 skaters per team per game.
Per team per game.
So it's 4 skaters per game, 3 games, 12 skaters.
12 skaters.
12 skaters get to skate during the spectacular arena games.
Out of the 52/3 that are going to the camp.
Yes. So obviously they're going to have to be pretty discerning. They're going to be looking for more than just the best skaters, I think. They're going to have to look for the best fit into the teams.
Yeah, because it's got to need to be a pretty quick fit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really, because they haven't had a chance to really train.
They'll have 2 solid days, and these are the best skaters from around Australia,
That's
as
true.
picked by
This is
Betty
true.
Banalan. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm no good with names. People will learn this about me. So I think first thing we do is we bring up who the skaters are. Because, hey, if you're one of these 52/3, you deserve kudos and nothing else on that. It's quite impressive to get that.
Yeah.
So, first league for New South Wales, Canberra Roller Derby. You've got Shagglefrock and Shortstop. I remember when they came down. I love those names.
Bambi
Shortstop.
Von Smasher.
Yep, absolutely.
She's awesome.
Newcastle Roller Derby League, you've got a couple going from there as well. And Sydney Roller Derby League, you've got a few going from there. Bacardi Bruiser,
Which
love
is
the
a
name.
great name.
Yeah. Again, I haven't actually seen Sydney play, I don't think, so I can't really say much about your league. But you're clearly a pretty big league, and we intend on seeing you soon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Interstate.
Mm-hmm.
Off we go.
All right. From Queensland, from Gold Coast Roller Derby, Guns and Rosie, I love it.
You're just going to giggle at names.
Of course they are. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Northern River Roller Derby.
Punami Tsunami.
We all know that
Coming
name.
back.
Yeah, well done, Punami. You prove that changing leagues doesn't make you any less of a skater. Well done.
Hell no.
Northern Brisbane Rollers. Now they were down just recently.
Yes.
For playing against the B team, Queen Bees. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Annabelle Lecter.
yes, and not South Sea, Sun State
Sun
Roller
State.
Girls. Cookie Cutter, I am glad to see you're back up and about. Really good.
Just to recap, she was the one that had an injury
Yes.
during the game.
Yeah, so
But
back
she's
injury. She's
back into
clearly back into it, so that's really good.
It's awesome.
Yep. Now, for Victoria, we have VRDL. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of skaters from
And a
VRDL.
huge number of names.
Yes, indeed.
Everyone will know.
Yes, Skate Bush, Swish Caribou. Ballarat has got Mabel Stark.
Mm-hmm.
One name. Geelong's got Ray Scar. One name. And Dragon City Derby Dolls. Your
Your
mum.
mum.
Love your mum.
Your mum's awesome.
Again,
she
though-
starred in one of our first profile pics.
She did indeed.
She did.
Again, though, look, and I guess this is where the first kind of inconsistency comes to from the other states. There's quite a few skaters down here, and I see one player. Okay, look, VRDL is probably the biggest league in Australia.
Well, they're national champions.
Yeah, they're national champions. I agree with that,
Yeah.
but I thought part of it was to help spread the love and spread the skills. But again, look, this is not our choice of who gets to go.
I think I feel a rant coming on.
Probably do, but surprisingly, it's not about the fact. VRDL have got every position in there. There's not a single skater there that doesn't deserve to go. I won't argue that. There's no point. They all deserve to go. So that's not what the rant's coming on about. I think we should let it brew for an ad break.
Bubble away.
And after the ad break, stick around because I think we're going to have the first Preacher's Pulpit.
He's preacher.
Indeed, I am. And I've got a pulpit and I'm going to start screaming from it.
It's really a bar.
Okay, welcome back from the break. I know that was a little different. We had some cheerleaders there.
Not on skates.
Not on skates. I know a few of you may have wondered whether we've changed our whole view. No, we haven't. There's a reason for it. We're going to talk about halftime entertainment, and that particular halftime entertainment was from the game we're going to show later today, which got us to thinking about it. So it was from Northside Rollers. I thought they were a fantastic group of cheerleaders. Derby-wise, yeah, okay, no skates involved or anything, but athletically,
Yeah.
freaking hell.
I didn't think they did anything like that in Australia, to
No.
be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew of gymnastics and calisthenics and that sort of thing, but I didn't think we actually had cheerleading groups.
So yeah, it was pretty
was
cool to see.
cool.
Yeah, but that brought us to the bigger conversation. Halftime entertainment. What are leagues supposed to do? What do we want them to do? What do we expect them to do? A lot of them give you time to go get drinks, which
Yeah.
hey, I appreciate that.
merch.
Yeah.
Sort of stuff.
Raffles obviously is a big one for halftime.
Raffles.
Which that's good. But I mean, we're getting more and more again this weekend. 2 double headers. So you've got effectively 3 halftimes to fill. You've got
And you've got
2
a
game
really
halftimes.
long time
Yeah,
for people to be there at your venue.
So we thought we'd just rattle off and post on Facebook some of our favourite halftimes we've seen. And I'll start, well, actually, with, what do you reckon? Not our favourite. It was our most memorable halftime.
Which one was that one?
Monkey Man.
Oh, yes.
Yes. All I remember was the Puck Handlers. I honestly can't remember which league it was for.
Or what event it was for. It was just Monkey Man.
Monkey Man at halftime. That was kind of a disaster. Air guitar guy in a monkey suit. And I cringed my whole way through it and was happy when it
Didn't
ended.
get it.
No.
Maybe there was more of a reason to, like maybe we just didn't hear the commentators.
Maybe. Yep.
Maybe they introduced him as like the winner
Something.
of the monkey suit air guitar contest.
I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Anyway, that was my most memorable one for not a good reason. What are some of the ones you've seen?
I remember seeing one. Pretty sure it was online somewhere, so probably overseas, where they had a competition with members of the audience that
Yeah.
they pulled out. They gave out raffle tickets and called out their numbers, and they came out onto the track and they raced tricycles
Nice. Around the
One
Derby
lap-
track.
One lap of the Derby track.
Nice.
And the
nice.
first person who won a prize.
Yeah, so effectively
that
that was
was
the
cool.
raffle redone.
Yeah.
Nice. So
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's cool. I like that. We've seen, what have we seen? We've seen the hula hoop competition
Yes.
that was held for the first Western Regionals.
That was fun.
That was pretty cool, and a lot of kids involved. There were a lot of kids there.
Interaction, that's good too.
Yeah, exactly. Get the audience up, get them moving. I know some people, company included, can't actually sit on the ground anymore due to
cross-legged.
injuries.
Nope.
You need to
Sucks.
get up and get moving. Getting to the bar is a good thing to do. Hey, let's admit it. But
Alcohol is great for
Yep.
numb legs.
Yes, but children aren't allowed alcohol. So think of stuff to get the children entertained. Get them moving, get them involved, because children are our next level of derby. Let's face it.
Or try and tire them out before the second half.
There's that too.
Either way, then they'll sit still.
Either,
wanna
I'm
rewatch
not phased. Live bands is always a big one.
Yeah.
Now, my gripe when seeing a live band is often you can't hear them very well. We're not in concert venues here, and most of the time it's volunteers running the audio. It's volunteers running most things, as Derby is. So
There's a lot of echo. There's a lot of
feedback.
Feedback and-
Yeah. So often.
Yeah.
If you've got the facilities to do a live band really well, I'd take a live band over anything else. I think it's a really good mood setter. If you don't have the facilities to do a live band really well, just play music because you can do that. So that's my opinion. Hey, everyone's allowed.
And I
them.
mean, live bands are a great way to bring in the local community
Yeah,
too. So
definitely.
you can bring in a local band, that sort of thing. But don't limit yourself to just having them live. I mean, you can have that live band recorded. Most
Yeah.
of them, most small bands, most
be
local
happy-
small bands
yep.
have an EP of some sort.
Absolutely, they'd be
So-
happy to give it to you
Definitely.
to put on the show. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple that
That have already given
offered
it to us.
music
Yeah,
to
exactly.
us
And we use them all the time
Love
on the
it.
show, So that's indeed that's true. Look, I also think if you are going to do a live band, put them on the poster. Because, hey, let's face it, if you're going to do a live band, you want their friends to come to the gig that they're at. So help promote them, but get people through the door for you guys. That's my opinion again, as I'm very opinionated this week because they gave me a platform for it. So I won't shut up, yeah? Anyway, I think that's enough for our opinion on halftime entertainment. Welcome to the first Preacher's Pulpit. Now, before I start what I have to say this week, I'd just like to say that this is my opinion only. The opinions of fans of Derby or Power Jam aren't reflected in this segment. As an executive producer, I've got you by... So, we're going to start off talking to RDX directly. I'd just like to say that this here is not a picture of Australia. It's a picture of what you think Australia looks like, but it's not a picture of what Australia is. Now that's a geological fact, but as a roller derby fact, there's a lot missing here. On the 19th and 20th of November, Sydney is going to play host to 53 of Australia's best skaters. But not the best skaters, just 53 of the best. And that's because RDX have ignored these other states. And that's a pity. People have to fly in from different states into the training camp. Why couldn't they fly in from Perth, or Adelaide, or from Tasmania? Some of these skaters have been training as long as any other skater here. Some of them are even better than some of the skaters that are going. And my question is, why did you ignore them? Now, they already feel kind of ignored because you're not touring a big track there. And I understand the logistical reasons why you can't do that. You can't find the venues. It takes a lot of manpower and money to get a huge track around the country. But you could have brought people to the track. This is going to be the first opportunity Australia has for bank track. And let's face it, it might be some of the only opportunities Australians get for bank track roller derby. So we really would have been nice to see Australia as a whole involved in the training camp. Look, it's just my opinion, and it's just one person's opinion. But, like I said, I've got a bit of a pulpit to scream from, so I will. Hopefully RDX, you can find a way to help spread derby across all of Australia, because the community here is huge. It's fantastic, and we all love it. Anyway, that's my opinion. Thanks for listening. See you later.
All right, Preacher. Now, have you got it out of your system?
For now.
For now.
Till
until the
next
next. Yeah, until
All
the
right.
next one.
Indeed. So, that's pretty much our show for so far. We're going to go to an ad break in a little bit and come back with a full game.
But first of all,
Yes, let's talk about next week.
we're going to Tassie.
Indeed we are. As we said earlier, we're going to be down watching the Van Diemen Rollers play South Sea Roller Derby. Yes. Now, look, it's kind of expensive to get everything everywhere.
It's crazy.
So
We've got
with
so much equipment,
Yeah.
and it's all fragile.
and we're all volunteers. So look, we've finally done it. We've made a GoFundMe.
We said we never would, but then we did.
Yes.
We had to.
We are aiming to get enough money to get us down to Tasmania and back, obviously, because we can't live there. But anything extra, we will be putting into getting Fans of Derby, Power Jam, into other states.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit of money to get it to every other state, so that's what anything above what we're going for goes to. And yeah, we will be getting it all over the country if all goes well, because come on guys, Derby deserves to be on television.
Yeah, and it deserves to be across the nation too.
Absolutely.
I mean, it would be great to be hearing about some Queensland bouts down here in Victoria.
Absolutely. Yeah, look, we've had a lot of feedback from Facebook, which we love, and so many people are so happy. Like their grandparents can finally watch the games. They can never get down to the games. They get to see their daughters and granddaughters playing the games. It's fantastic, and that's what we're going for. We want roller derby to be recognised as the sport that we love. So that's what we film, and that's what we broadcast.
And we all know Aussies are sports mad.
Oh, hell
so
yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Derby.
So anyway, we don't expect you to be out of pocket for this. It's a little bit of change here and there. We'll get Derby big time. We've all said
Any
it before.
contribution helps,
Yeah,
honestly.
absolutely.
Absolutely anything.
Yeah. But that said, we still want to make sure you get to play the game. So please, if it's a matter of hitting up a training or getting a piece of equipment or giving us money, get your equipment, go to your training. That's the important thing. Anything left over, we'll happily take, but we want and pay your rent because that's kind of important too.
Yeah, pay your rent.
That's it for now. We're going to go to an ad break and come back with
Full game.
Full game. Yes, indeed. So stick around. And if you're not going to stick around, you either get down to Geelong or Rosebud.
Yes.
Okay. See you guys.
See ya.